guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a beautiful sunny day, even though it's a little cold. It's in the 50s right now, but we still have a whole lot going on in the garden. And if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know that we have new babies too. Last night I just put the duck eggs down into the bottom of the incubator for their last 3 days. So hopefully we'll have a few ducklings here in a couple of days. But we got a lot going on in the garden, and I'm gonna go out and take a walk. So why don't you come with me? Okay. You can see it is a bright sunny day. However, it's a little cool. It rained last night, but the trees are still happy and they're getting all leafed out. But what I wanted to show you was Mark's been really busy, and we got this one of the big gardens all tilled up. And I know you saw us planting onions the other day, but these are the ones that didn't get planted the other day, and we have about a bazillion of them, and they go almost the entire length of this garden. You might remember this garden from the last, I think, 2 years we planted corn here, but we had to get the rest of these onions in the ground. We had a lot of rain and we had a lot of cool weather, and they got here kind of in the middle of it, so we needed to really get them out here and get them planted. So that's a whole lot of onions. But it's a beautiful sunny day, so let's go walk around a little bit. Okay, so it rained a bit last night and the creek is up, but we didn't flood. The last time we flooded was about a week ago, and it was a pretty nasty flood. But you can see the creek is up from the rain last night, and I thought maybe everybody might just enjoy a little soothing creek music. So I'm going to be quiet for about 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and interrupt in here, and we'll go find something else to look at. Okay, we're over here in the orchard, and yesterday we took most of the day, and we cleaned all the debris and everything from around the bottoms of the trees. And I had to cut a few of the branches. It was getting a little bit difficult to mow. But these are 2 of our apple trees, and they're about in full bloom. We'll come over here and there's another one in full bloom. But it has been kind of a rough and strange spring, couple of weeks. We've been getting some pretty cool nights, so I'm really glad to see that the blooms on the trees are still doing really well. But it's just been a really weird spring. I don't really know what else to say about it, but we'll just walk through here and see some more blooms on more of these apple trees. But there were some pretty unruly branches out here. And you may remember from the beaver that he took out a couple of the tiny apple trees, which is actually kind of okay, because I don't know, I don't think that they liked our weather particularly, and they were growing pretty slow. So what we're going to replace them with are some cherry trees. But we just have some of these big pretty apple trees. But let's take a look around. There's still a bunch of the old grass and stuff that we need to get cleaned up on the creek edge, but the orchard's all cleaned up and all the flood debris is out and everybody's all trimmed up. And I did put some wire around some of the trees I thought might be susceptible to the beaver, but it's so nice to see everything in bloom. We do have a few carrots just starting to pop up. There's a couple more over here. But they can be a little slow, especially when the ground temp's still a little bit warm. But we do have a few starting to come up. So we expect them to, burst forth in the next couple of days because we're expecting a little bit warmer weather. Okay, the strawberries certainly haven't been dissuaded by the cooler temps. There's the beginnings of those strawberries in there. And there's still blooms in here. But they certainly haven't minded the cooler temps. There's more little strawberries. So it won't be very long and we will have fresh strawberries. Okay, we'll take a quick look over here. Those are all of the little beets. And a weed. And more beets. Oh, it didn't focus very well. But there's lots of little beets starting to come up. And come over here. And we'll take a look. Those are little spinach. They don't mind the cooler weather at all. I don't know if you can see those very well. The cabbages still look pretty good. They look pretty happy. And the little onions in there, they don't care. They don't mind a little bit of cool weather. And apparently the weeds don't either, so I'll need to be weeding that today. But one thing I wanted to show you over here is these little tiny guys. Those are the beginning of the gill coming up. And there's actually quite a few of them in here. And over here, that little fluffy thing is a dill plant that is a volunteer from last year. So not everything in this bed is weed. There's actually volunteer dill growing in here too. But yeah, there's quite a few of them. And it might need thinned a little bit. But Rather thin them a little bit than have none growing. But they're starting in and doing really well. Check in on the chickens for a second. And then we'll look down the road dill here. You can see the peas down there. They're all happy and growing really well. They don't seem to mind the cool weather much either. You grow garlic over the winter anyway, so they're just happy for a little bit warmer weather where they can really get up, and they're getting pretty tall. They're probably almost 2 feet tall now. Okay, so that's all the footage that I have for today. You can see Mark was really happy to get his tractor going and back in the dirt. So we've got one of the big gardens is already tilled up and getting ready to go. We're still 12 days, I think, from our last frost date. And tonight's going to be cool. I think it's supposed to be 35 degrees tonight. But from here, it's going to warm up. I keep a pretty close eye on my weather app, and you know, things can change hourly, but it's still awful early spring and there's plenty of warm weather coming, so we've got so much to do, and it is nice after a few days of rain and stuff to at least get some sunshine. You know, the temp might not be there right now, but we've got some sunshine. So anyway, I hope that this video finds you well and safe and happy, and I'm really glad that you took some time to spend a few minutes with me today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell to let you know when we put out a new video. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a comment or a question. We try to get to everything. And not sure that I'm going to get much done outside today. It is a little cool, but glad for the sunshine. Anyway, love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.